Hello and welcome to another video from me, Rough Swordsman Wargamer. It's part 4 of my playthrough of This is Thatcher's War, the Falklands 1982, a game designed by Madison and published by White Dog Games. In the last video we saw the 25th of May come back out, and that will stop us attacking any groupos that go into that sector. And we saw the units at Stanley move out onto the tracks, which will inhibit our ground troops, which, as it is now, turn 7, will be eligible to land at San Carlos. So let's get going on that. The first thing we need to do, of course, is check the weather. Now, for the landing to be successful this turn, we do not want to throw fair weather. It says the landing force needed bad weather, or at least cloud cover, to impede Argentine air reconnaissance. The clouds lifted after the forces were ashore. If we get rain or snow, that'll be great for the landing, but we then have to have air superiority in air sector A. So let's see what we get. We're still using this table here. So let's move this down. Eight. Oh, it's rain and snow. We can land, but we will need air superiority in air sector A. So let's move that there for rain and snow. Sas Raids, no, that'll be next turn. We can't do the ships taken up from trade yet. That's got our helicopters on it. The diplomatic feint, well, we are right up at 19. So I think we'll take a chance, as our troops will be landing at the end of this turn. So now it's the Grupo phase. 2 dice, and we'll see where those Grupos are going. So we'll move that back down there. And we'll get some red dice. Here we go. 2 and 4. 2. Oh, right. And 4. Now it's the task force phase. Now we could go after the 25th of May here with one of our escorts, but as you'll see, we're going to need both of them so we can land our troops at San Carlos. If you plan to land at San Carlos later this turn, move the 2 escorts from the TEZ box to the San Carlos landing box at this time. So we can't go after that warship if we want to try and land our troops this turn. I think we will though. Let's pop these over here. Now we can try and attack with our remaining aircraft carrier. We'll go for this one because we've got a +5 and there's less chance of throwing that 5 or less, of course. So we'll pop the Invincible there and 3 Harriers with it. There we are. Now let's see if the Invincible is successful in its attack. Okay, here we go. We've got a +5, so there's actually no chance of getting this one, of course. Right, here we go. 12 +5 is 17. We're on here. Chaff deflects Exocet into ocean. Place Grupo in mainland, and if possible, move 1 random Argentine plane from mainland to the repair pool. Place the British ship in the trawler box. Reduce the Exocet total by 1. Raise the BBC News by 5. If Argentine has fewer than 2 Exocets, treat this result as no contact. This one here. But no, we're okay. Right, let's sort that out. So the Grupo back to the mainland. Invincible over to the trawler box. Get one of the planes from the old bag of doom. too bad. Move that down. So next time we get that result, it'll be treated as a no contact. And the BBC News up by 5, but look at that, right at the top there. That's good. Argentine air assets phase. Determine target sector. It is still E because there aren't any ground troops landing at San Carlos yet. So we now deploy quite a few aircraft. Let's see which sector goes first. That's 5. So this one goes first. Nothing in there. So we're back up to here. So 2 aircraft in sector B. That's a dagger. Oh, another one for 6. And 2 in sector C. It's an A4. And another dagger. And unfortunately, 4 in sector D. Oh dear, Mirage for 9. Oh, another one. Good grief. And an A4. So Donadille's out. And we have to control air sector A, because it's rain and snow, to see off any Argentine air reconnaissance. So we've got to bear that in mind. So it might be worth just making sure we get sector A under our control. Some of these might move about and come back over here. So yes, let's do that. We've got 4. We've got our 2 aces. No real point going after any of these because we've only got the 1 in the repair pool, and as it is rain and snow, that one will stay there. The others will just go back into the bag. So I think we just need to concentrate there. Bit overkill, isn't it? We use all these. So if we try and go after these, we can't go through Donadille. No, we have to make sure we get air superiority. So just going to go bonkers here. No, let's just having a think. Yep, sorry about the weird lighting effects. Again, it's, as I was saying, sorry about the weird lighting effects because it is actually sunny over here in November and it's causing some weird patterns. So knocking everything flying. I'm going to put one more here. So if that stays as it is, well, this might go, mightn't it? Okay, we'll leave it like that because it's the Hunter plan phase now. So we're going to throw a die. So what they get. It's the army plan. So the army plan. Army General Galtieri has strategic influence this turn and seeks to protect his forces around Stanley. All Roundel planes on the East Falkland map move immediately to Air Sector E. Right, so off that one goes. That one. And these two. Okay. Now it's the Argentine reaction. That's a 4. And that's that Putos Ingleses again. Oh no, move all eligible planes to Sector A. That can't go, that can't go, those can't go. So, oh crikey, these two 9s are coming over. All right, well, that's all though. We've got a battle there. Right. Oh, forgot about Donadil though. Hold on, let's see what it says. Oh, crikey. If the Donadil ace is on the East Falkland map, but not in Air Sector A, E or Target Sector, no. Move him into the sector just rolled. He may move through British aces. So yeah, he joins in the fun as well. Okay. They must have had an inkling of what's going on. We've got to maintain air superiority in this sector. So, air battle. Ground support. We still don't get any ground support because we don't have control of these with the little sheep icon. That only applies up there, and no ground forces yet. But for the Argentines, again, luckily we got rid of that Pucara there. So just the 1 unit there, so that goes up to 3. They get a +3. So now we total up the strength points. That's 63 for the Brits and 24 for the Argentines. And that gives us not as good as I'd hoped. It's 263%, but that's coming down to 200. We've got to throw high. Pop that there gently for this 1d6. That'll do. Ho-ho! Defender eliminated. So these will all pop off down to the Argentine repair pool for now. We have superiority in Air Sector A, which is good, but we've got this little battle to sort out, so we'll move that back a bit. Just before we do the other one, I've just remembered I forgot to add on the ground support for the Argentines, a +3, but that wouldn't have affected the percentage, so sorry about that. We're going to move that back while we do this one. Let's see if I can do this correctly. We've got, again, nothing for the Brits, but they've got 2 forces there, so that will go up to 5. It is 35 to 6, plus their 5, which is over 300%. So that's what we'll be using. This one here. Again, we want a nice high number. 4, that's good enough. Defender eliminated. We are doing quite well. Up that one goes to the repair pool. We've got 5 in there now. Ground war phase. This hopefully will be the last time we skip this phase. We haven't actually landed yet. So we're back to logistics invasion phase. Here we go. Check for victory. No. Last turn defeat. No. Operation Sutton, landing at San Carlos. So to do that, there must be 2 British escorts in San Carlos. There we go. The current turn's weather must be other than fair, which it is. If the current weather is rain, snow, the British player must also have air superiority in Sector A, which we do. Went a bit bonkers there. It must be turn 7 or later. Yep. So, conducting the landing. Now perform each action at once. Move all British ground units from Ascension Island and place them in the San Carlos landing zone. Here we go. So move those back. Those can come as well. And the blues and royals, we'll sort them out into stacks later to see which tracks they're going on. Roll a die and place the ships taken up from trade naval unit that many turns ahead on the turn record track and add +3 to the BBC News. Well, we don't need to do that, but we need a nice low number. I'll pop that there again. That'll do. Look at that. So where are we? Here it is. Here's the ships taking up from trade marker, and that's going to go one ahead on top of the old SAS. Take the Gurkhas, Welsh Guards and Scots Guards and place them in Ascension Island. Hopefully they'll come in later. So here they are. Got the Welsh Guards. Get in focus. Oh, bit of a shadow there. It's a weird old day today with the sun and everything. Scots Guards. It's not working today. And the Gurkhas. They're all in the Ascension Island. And there is, I believe, a news headline which will bring them out to East Falkland. Right, that's it. That's all we can do. We can't move them yet until next turn. So we're now on the reset phase. None of them are out of supply yet. All units in the trawler box now moved back. So they move back to here. And these Harriers as well. Next is Admiral Anea. He may well scuttle back to the mainland if we roll well. So we'll move that up. Because if you remember, we're now rolling on this table because there's only one warship left. 3. Oops, there we go. Rio Grande. Oh, down to here. Argentine parts shortage. If there are currently more than 3 Argentine planes in the repair pool, yes, we can select the lowest strength one, but we can't pick roundels or Donadil unless that's all we've got to choose from. So it's going to be, none of these can be chosen yet, so it's going to be this one, which is another dagger for 6, up to the discard pile. We can do it again, so we can take, it's going to be, these are 9, 9. Oh, we might be able to take Donadil out. Is that right? Yeah, I'm taking Donadil out. Let me know if that's right. We've got rid of the ace. And that's it. There's 3 left. Now repair. British and Argentine units in their respective repair pools may now return. Nothing in the British repair pool. We've got 3 up there in the Argentine 1. Now it's rain or snow. All planes still in their respective repair pools return to use except for 1, which is chosen randomly. So we want one of these 9s to stay really, don't we? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that is, so 2. So it's this one. Is the one that stays. These 2 go back into the bag, the mainland. Political factors, remove the Pope and diplomacy marker. No, we haven't seen the Pope yet, but we have to get the Chilean radar put back as well. There we go. News headlines. We are on turn 7, of course. So roll a die and add 7. 5 plus 7 is 12. Don't think we've had this one yet. There's some we've seen before. Sub threatens carriers. US sends mixed signals. Kelper logistics force. AO Gurkhali. By-election tests Tories' popularity. Right. Sub threatens carriers. Yeah, we've had this one before. The Argentine submarine San Luis is reported in the area. Move one British carrier, my choice, from the TEZ to the trawler box. Can't be used next turn. All right. Hermes over there. US sends mixed signals. That's that Kirkpatrick and Hague thing. 2 dice. Hague is blue. Kirkpatrick is red. Whoever wins, the BBC goes up or down by that number rolled on the die. Oh no, don't like that. 3 for Hague, 5 for Kirkpatrick. So our BBC News goes down 5 to 14. Kelper Logistics Force. If the British player controls any settlements, no. No, that's these things with the sheep icon. You may deploy the KLF unit. Place it in any stack of British ground units. No, we can't do that. That, by the way, is this one. We haven't seen it yet. But no, can't use it. AO Gurkhali. This event occurs if there are British ground forces in camps. On East Falkland. No, they're still on the landing zone. The first time this event is rolled, move the Gurkha unit from Ascension Island to any stack of British ground units in East Falkland. Every subsequent time it is rolled, Argentine troops are panicked by outlandish rumours of Gurkha brutality, which of course didn't occur, but the British did nothing to say otherwise. If there is a Blue Star Argentine army in a camp adjacent to the British Gurkhas, retreat the Argentine army 1 camp or back into Stanley as necessary. Argentine forces already in Stanley do not retreat in this case, but we can't use the Gurkhas because we don't have any of our units on camps, which are these squares if you remember. Ah, that's a shame. By-election tests Tories' popularity. What's that one? That's a new one as well. Add the number of civilian settlements under British control to the BBC News level. No, I think we threw this one a bit too early. We don't have any settlements. Again, that's those ones with the sheep icon on it. That's the news headlines. Not very successful for us. Air Scramble. All British planes in sea zones and sector boxes must now be moved to the TEZ. All Argentine planes in sector boxes move back to the Argentine mainland, the bag. Right, let's do that. There we go. And of course I forgot, when we did the reset and moved the ships and planes from here back into the total exclusion zone, we should have of course moved the escorts back. So we'll do that, because we're going to need those. There we are, move that down. That I think is it. Last thing to do is to move the game turn marker to game turn 8. And we're ready for the next one. So, rolling for the weather. This time though, we're on this little table here because we're on turn 8. $11. That's not good. That's gales, and we have to miss a turn. Everything. Not good at all. This moves to turn 9, and these, the ships taken up from trade and the SAS, move along with them as well. So it's a complete waste of a turn. Oh dear, right. Let's try it again, shall we? That was on there. That is an 8. And that's rain and snow again. Okay. Next is Sas Raids. And here he is. And we're going to go after the Pucara again. See if we can get that out the way. We need a 1 or a 2 for this one. 2. Wonderful. That's gone up to the discard pile. Brilliant. Now we have to roll to see when the SAS come back in. Oh dear, oh dear. They're coming in 6 turns later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not till turn 15. Diplomacy, no, I think we'll leave it as it is. Not too bad, we're on 14, but the ground forces will be moving soon. Group O phase. Oh, 5 and a 6. That's not too bad, because we have to get air superiority in air sector A if we want to move our troops out onto these camps. So not having anything here is good. I think now we have to send escorts like we did before to San Carlos to supply our troops that are going to be moving off later this turn. Which means, of course, we cannot attack the 25th of May down there. So let's move those up there. So they're supplied. But we can use the Invincible to attack. I think we'll use that to attack this Group O in Sector E. 3 Harriers. There we are. Right, up to the charts and tables. So 3 dice. We do not want to throw 6 or less. 9. No contact. Oh dear. So that goes into the trialer box. And that's it. Argentine air assets phase. Determine target sector. So this time the target air sector is the one with the most British ground units, which of course is air sector A. So over that goes. Right. Deploy the Group O's. We're going to throw a die. See which one is going first. Oh, number 1. Air sector A. Nothing in air sector A, so in air sector B, we've got 2 coming in. So Mirage. And Dagger. Air sector C, another 2. Another Mirage. And another one. Four in air sector D, but we've only got 3 left. So that's an A4. Oh, crikey, the big one. And whoops. And another A4. British air phase. We must have control of air sector A, and the rest of these are looking a little bit heavy, so I think we will just keep our planes here. Whoops. Donadill's gone now, of course. There we are. Let's take a chance. These will probably move off, he says. Let's pop those there just in case they don't. We'll put the aces here. And they might be able to move over to here. Okay, let's leave it like that. Argentine Hunter plan phase. 3. That's the Navy plan. Navy Admiral Anaya acquiesces in the current plan. Leave Argentine planes where they are. Right. Now we do the Argentine reaction. Oh, it was in mayhem. That's a 4. And that is that again, that Putos Inglesis. Move all eligible planes to Sector A. Well, the only one that's going to move is this one, the 11. The others have to stay there. This is a contested. These have to stay here for the Argentines to have air superiority. And we don't have to worry about Donadill anymore. Here we go, air battle. So we are attacking, of course. So for this Sector A, we do actually have troops here, so we can move up that one space. But the Argentines have one as well. Good job again, we got rid of that Pebble Island airstrip. Total strength points. 63 for the Brits, plus their 4, 67, and 11 for the Argentines, plus 3, 14. That's good, that's over 400%. So again, here we are. Let's see what we throw. That's a terrible throw, that's exchange. Count the number of aircraft strength points on each side in the battle. Ignore the ground support. We'll pop that back down anyway. The side with the lower total loses and is eliminated. So this will go, move that out of the way. So this will go over to there. The winning side removes at least an equal number of aircraft SPs. Well, we've got to take 2, haven't we? And they go over there. So that's good. That's that one done. We've got air superiority in Sector A. We're now going to do this battle here. The Argentines are right up there because they've got 3 units in that sector. So they're adding a +5. The aces are coming over to add a little bit more strength. So now we have 49. The Argentines have 15 plus their 5. They have 20. That's about 240, 50%. So it's down to 200%. We need to throw well. Three, that's another exchange. So these up to the repair pool, which is good because we've now got 4 aircraft in there. But that was 15. So we've got to take 3 of these away. Not good at all. There we go. Ground war phase. We can now do that. So I think we have to put these into 3 stacks. So let's have a look at what we've got. So now this one has only got 1 Argentine unit on it, not counting these. This one has got 3, and this one 3. So we could probably put the weakest one there. They've also got them all mountains. Now, the Royal Artillery, it's got a 1-5 on normal camps. The strength of that unit is 1 because, as it says in the rules, it was very muddy and the shells just didn't do much damage, just threw up clumps of mud. But because of the rocky, hard mountains, the artillery could do what it was designed to do, and so they have a strength of 5. So I think we'll put the Royal Artillery in this one because it has just the 1 Argentine unit, but quite a few mountains. Whichever stack does this one, it's going to meet something straight away. That could be a proper Argentine unit with a strength point value, or it could be a minefield or a patrol, which aren't as bad. So we'll pop and 4-5 commando there. That's 8. That's only 6. All right, we'll put blues and rolls there. So they're going there. And they're going to be going there, I think. There we are. So it says, apply supply effects. If the BBC News level is 7 or lower, flip 1 face-up stack of British ground units in a camp on the East Falkland map to its outer supply side. Yeah, these have got outer supply on the other side of them. Hopefully you can see that. Now, I'm not sure if I needed to bring these escorts here, because those escorts supply the troops on the camps as they move along the tracks, the paths. But hey-ho, it's done now. If it's an air turn, which it is, and the British do not have air superiority in at least 3 air sectors. Again, 1 face-up stack of British ground units in a camp on the East Falkland map must be flipped as well. But we're not on a camp, so that's all right. San Carlos airstrikes. If Britain does not have air superiority in Sector A, and there are any British escorts in the San Carlos landing zone box, Argentina now attacks those escorts. No, we're okay. We have air superiority in Air Sector A. And I don't know if you've noticed, but there's another little table on this charts and table player aid that deals with that, but we're okay. Ground war paths. I've forgotten to do something. I forgot to do this. That's because we had the gales completely through me. So we do that now. Hopefully we can put our helicopters on those stacks. So apologies for that. Let's do that now. So we have to throw a die and see how many helicopters we get to help us move along those paths. So here we go, fingers crossed. 5. Disastrous hit. We only get one helicopter. So we only get one of these. The others are discarded. Now, which one are we going to pop that on? That's the longest. Let's pop it on there then. So again, apologies for that, but at least I caught it before we started moving. We're all in supply at the moment. Again, I'm not sure if I needed to bring those across, but it's done. We can move out into Air Sector A because we have air superiority. So these are going to start yomping, and we're going to use the helicopter for this one. We have to stop where there is a block. Now, a block can be a mountain or a unit. So straight away, we're going to move these out. And now we're going to see what they have encountered. Oh, patrol. If the Argentine unit is a patrol, there is a small skirmish. Discard the patrol marker and roll a die. On a 1, 2, 3, the British stack ceases movement that turn. On any other roll, the stack may keep moving, helicoptering or yomping, if otherwise able to do so. Yes, when you're yomping, you can move up to 2 camps, helicopters, as many as you like, until you hit a block. So, let's see what we get. We have to stop. But that's removed. Now we'll try the stack here. We've got to the mountains. So, what does it say about those? If the British stack is yomping and enters a mountain camp, roll a die, and a 1 to 2, it ends its move and returns to the camp it entered from. We can ignore that die roll if we get a bad one by sort of nicking some other stack's supply. But let's see what we get. We don't want a 1 or a 2. That's good. Right. So we go there. Got to watch these numbers. They're a little bit confusing. That's right. Now we can move again with this one. Nothing on it, and we've stopped there. Now the one with the helicopter. It's supplied. The weather is fair or rain or snow. Yes, we have air superiority in every sector and camp where the stack is attempting to move out of. So we can actually... Oh, crikey. Right, hold on. And I think it looks like mountains don't affect the helicopter. Of course, it can fly over it because it says when yomping only, a mountain camp may constitute a block. So we're going to be moving here. Here, here, and now we have to stop. Cool, they're whizzing along. So we've got this unit here. These mercenaries, they've got a strength of 10. So let's see what we have here. So some ground combat is going to occur. We total the strength points and adds the result of 1 die roll. Well, we're 9, they're 10. Oh, it's on the die roll. Red for the Argentines, blue for us. Oh no, the Argentines get it. So we have to go back here. And that's the end of the movement, I think. No, it's not a mountain. Hold on, I forgot about these modifications. Let's have a quick look up there in case it helps us. So, no Picara to the side with air superiority. That's us. No, yes, that's us. So we get a +2. We don't have naval gunfire. We don't have the KLF. The weather is not fog or squalls. The BBC News isn't 16 or higher, but it isn't 6 or lower. The diplomacy marker is on the map. No. You'll see why we didn't use it. And the Pope is not on the map. So we get a +2. We're not in the mountains there, are we? No. So, +2. So that makes it a draw. If tied, the defender wins. So we do have to move back, but it says here, our turn ends there, and if we lose the battle, the news goes down by 5. So we're down to 9. Okay, that's the end of the movement. It's now the logistics invasion phase. So no victory, no last turn defeat. We've done Operation Sutton, so it's reset. Any out of supply stacks are turned back face up. Groupos, no, groupos were flipped. Units in the trawler box now move back, as do any aircraft. Admiral and Naya. So let's see if the ship moves or indeed goes back to the mainland. It stays at Rio Grande. Now it says finally, see if there are now any Argentine ships at sea. Yes, there is. If so, flip only one face-up stack of British ground units in a camp on the East Falkland map, my choice, to its out of supply side. So what we're going to do, well, let's flip this one as it's in the lead, so to speak. And turn that upside down, out of supply. So you can see why it's a good idea to try and get rid of these Argentine warships, because they mess you about. Anyway, Argentine parts shortage. We've got more than 3 in that repair box. So the lowest one is going to the discard pile. Well, these are all roundels. So this one, oh, excellent, is off to the discard pile. It's not looking half bad for the Brits. We can't do it anymore, so now it's repair. British and Argentine units in their respective repair pools may now return to active use. We do have the advantage, we can return one regardless of the weather. But now the weather will affect our repair pool. It is rain and snow. If the current weather is rain and snow, all planes still in their respective repair pools return to use except one. So we've got to keep one in the pool. The rest can come back. They're all the same there, just checking. Yeah, they're Invincibles. And here are Hermes Harriers. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to see which one will stay. This one stays. These two back in the bag. Political factors. Remove the Pope and diplomacy. No, we didn't have them on there. The Chilean radar isn't on there either. So now it's news headlines. We are on turn 9, so we add a 9 to our dice roll. 4 plus 9 is 13. That's what we had before. Sub threatens carriers. US sends mixed signals. Kelpa Logistics Force. AO Gurkhali. By-election tests Tories' popularity. Right. Sub threatens carriers. Yes, we know that one. That's the Argentine submarine San Luis. We have to remove a British carrier to the... what we've got over there. Yes, let's put the Hermes over there. To the trawler box. US sends mixed signals. Now we could do with a bit of luck here because we're down to 9. So it's Kirkpatrick and Hague. So we'll have blue for Hague, red for Kirkpatrick. Oh, look at that. That worked out much better. double six, a tie. We add Haig's roll to the BBC because Reagan breaks the tie. We're back up 6, lovely. We're on 15, that's a bit better. Kelper Logistics Force. If the British player controls any settlements, I don't think we do. That hasn't got anything. No, and no. Excuse me. So nothing there. So we can't deploy that, unfortunately. Ayo Gurkhali. This event occurs if there are British ground forces in camps. Yes. The first time this event is rolled, move the Gurkhas from Ascension Island to any stack of British ground units in East Falkland. Every subsequent turn, this headline is rolled. The Argentine troops are panicked. And if there is a Blue Star Argentine army in a camp adjacent, they will move back. So where are we going to put the old Gurkhas? They've got a 3 value. We've got their 10. That's 9. I know this is out of supply, but let's have a look. That's 9 as well. Where are we going to put it? Let's put it here. And lastly, by-election tests Tories' popularity. Add the number of civilian settlements under British control to the BBC News level. No, we don't have any at all. I think once we either land on it or go past it, we still control it. But no, not at the moment. That's the news headlines. Air Scramble. All the British planes go back to the total exclusion zone and the Argentine planes back to the mainland. There we go. And once again, I forgot to move the escorts back to the total exclusion zone. There we go. All that's left to do now is to move the turn marker up to turn 10. I think we'll leave it there. It's getting quite exciting. We're not doing too bad, actually. The thing we've got to be careful of with this helicopter stack, I know it's out of supply at the moment, but if it gets too far ahead, that means we've got to have air superiority in more air sectors. So we've got to watch out for that. Yeah, we're not doing too bad. Well, as I say, we'll leave it there. And so this has been part 4 of a playthrough of Mrs. Thatcher's War, the Falklands, 1982, designed by R. Ben Madison and published by White Dog Games. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. I think this is a cracking little game, but if you have and you haven't done so already, it would be great if you would consider subscribing to the channel, because this little old channel is now getting near 3,000 subscribers. So help us out on that if you can. Another great thing for the channel is if you push the like button of the video, the thumbs up, that helps as well. And if you want to be informed of other content the channel uploads, then make sure you push the bell. Leave a comment. I'm hoping I'm playing this right. If there are any mistakes, let us know, and I can hopefully put that into the description of the video to help myself and others who are playing the game. As I said earlier, it's a cracking little game, but what do you think? Let me know, because I love to read them. Thanks as always to my subscribers. Thank you ever so much. And just one last thing, if you want to support the channel a little bit further, well, now you can buy the channel a coffee, and all those coffees go towards maintaining the channel and enabling it to continue to upload new content. If you want to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description, and thank you. So, our boys have started to yomp and helicopter across the East Falklands, but what will the next video hold in store as we reach the halfway point of the game? Well, you'll have to join us next time to find out. But until then, as always, you take care and goodbye.